Right, Reddit Realness of the week. My husband's mistress doesn't know that we are 3 women in that relationship, and I won't tell her. About 4 years ago, I discovered that my husband is cheating on me with the typical cliche of a stupid young girl who's barely out of college and tries to climb to a high position by sleeping with the new boss. That's a cliche? That's typical? Okay. Almost 4 years have passed and she continues to earn the same in the same position. What a waste of time. Maybe someday she'll realize she's wasting her time with my idiot husband.
How many years?
4 years, no
Okay.
promotion.
Okay.
That's why you have to hop around. Anyway, I've always known about the secret relationship, but I won't say anything for the simple fact that I'd rather be cockholed with money until all my kids turns 18 and I can leave than a cockhold who has to pay a loan for some blood-sucking lawyers and has to go rent a small apartment with 4 children. The other big reason is that if I get divorced and he marries that woman, I won't let my children spend time with a woman who will clearly fill their heads with bad ideas about me. She hates me even if I don't know her. I don't want my kids to be forced with someone who maybe will hate them too. I don't even know if that woman will treat them badly and they're minors. They would be forced to spend time with her because my husband could easily have most of the custody because he earns more than me, and I don't want that. I want to still have my kids with me. Have most of the custody. Isn't it either someone has custody and somebody else
No,
doesn't?
because remember sometimes, so it's half and half, but they'd split it. So I think sometimes someone gets 3 days a week, someone gets 2 days a week.
Okay. I prefer to save myself the headache of making a scandal that is going to affect my children. My husband is an easy cock, but he hides it very well. He treats me like he loves me, loves the kids, and most of all, I have full access to all of his credit cards as always. I'm going to divorce him when the last of my children reaches the age of majority, so like I can avoid shared custody with him. I'm going to divorce him when the last of my children reaches the age of majority, so I can avoid shared custody with him. Children will be adults to understand things that a small child would not be able to understand. She's treating this like a diary. I have a feeling this woman sounds Nigerian.
Why?
She sounds Nigerian. Like, I'd rather stay and suffer, but have a cushion. And then she's using the children as an excuse as well. And Nigerian women love to use the children as an excuse to stay.
Yeah.
The aunties.
It is a bit excusey.
Like,
But
the
she
kids,
might
like, the
just-
kids will be fine.
The kids.
The kids will be fine. As
Right.
long as you guys have a healthy co-parenting situation, the kids will be fine.
But again, her fear is that the woman will then be a bigger part of the children's lives, and she doesn't want that. So really, it's not the fact that she wants the man, she wants the money, but she just doesn't want the woman to have the man.
I hear it. Anyway, his mistress is very stupid. And I don't say it just because she fucks my husband. She is because she just fell in love with that moron who doesn't give her anything good in return. She sends him messages such as, "Do you prefer me over your wife? Are you going to leave? You're going to leave her, right? I want us to be together. Your wife is an ugly witch. I'm sure I feel better." Doesn't it?
Now imagine sending that to someone and they don't actually like you and they're not planning to leave their wife.
Your wife is an ugly witch. I'm sure I feel better, doesn't it? First of all, what kind of English is that?
Grammar's
Hey!
through the roof. It's really bad.
To insult me, that will cancel out the entire insult. If
You
I went through
dumb.
my husband's phone, and the woman was assaulting me like that, I ended it with "doesn't it?" It's cancelled out the whole thing.
Girl, learn to read and write.
Have him. My
Anyway.
husband's replies to those messages are just, "Yes, I treat her badly as you told me. I don't touch her anymore. We'll be together soon," etc. But that it's all a lie.
That is a big, and it's the most generic lie as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave her.
He said, "I'm gonna leave. You coming around though?"
You coming? Yeah, but come now.
It's essentially a man saying, yeah.
He has never treated me badly. He is a totally loving man, even with me now. We have never stopped sleeping together. I don't want him to suspect that I know anything, even though we have intimacy every Pope's death, because I don't want to. I think it's obvious that if he didn't get divorced in 4 years, it's because he doesn't intend to. Anyway, that silly girl seems to be really in love with him and thinks he loves her. She does everything for him. Recently, I discovered that he has another mistress. This guy has time. He says the same things to this girl, but she's smarter because she only asks for gifts and that's it. From the messages I read, they don't seem to have a relationship beyond the monetary because she's pretty cold. I guess she wants more expensive gifts, but my husband can't spend too much or I would notice that. She's smart. On the other hand, the first mistress is totally convinced that my husband sleeps only with her and no one else, that he treats me badly and that they're going to live together in the castle of clouds. She doesn't know we're almost an harem and she's not even the favourite concubine at this point.
Concubine. No.
Not the favourite concubine.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I would be fuming. There's me thinking we're doing secret rendezvous.
And the wife knows.
And the wife knows. On top of that, there's another mistress who's like, yeah, I'm just here for the gifts. And she seems to be the favourite. But that, you know what, it proves my theory that men love wicked women. Men love wicked women.
Do you know how much chaos is in that dilemma?
Chaotic.
There's one, the wife is wicked, number one. Or, actually, two extremes. She's either really wicked or she loves this man bad and is trying to convince herself.
That is for the kids. It's not, sis. I don't even think she's
trying to convince herself she's okay with it as well. Because it sounds like, oh, well, you're not even getting, and you're not even getting.
You're not even getting this.
Girl,
and he's still kissing me.
You're still fucking.
You're still fucking.
But you know he's fucking two other girls. And for the life of me, let me get into this, Why is nobody, I'll say this with my chest, Why are people, our generation in particular, not scared of sexually transmitted diseases? I just want to know.
I'm going to hope that he's using a condom with the other two concubines.
Yeah, but but see, if you look at like percentages and that, obviously you're having sex with three people. A pop mistake, something can happen.
Yeah, it's true.
And there's some disease infections that it's just it's contact to skin.
That does it.
Do you get it? So and now more so, this is the thing. If you know you're having a situation with these two girls that isn't, and these two girls know that you're not particularly, okay, one of them thinks you're committed.
Yeah.
But the other one knows that she's not committed.
She
can be doing her thing outside with whoever who also knows he's committed.
Yeah.
So the levels of commitment.
There may be a whole spider web of people in this little cooch fest.
Right. And it takes one of them
to get something.
To get a little...
Then that little travels down the spider web and now the whole city has got this flesh-eating penis.
Do you get it?
I hear it.
Why are people... I swear to God, I need people to explain to me why they're not scared anymore.
And in all seriousness, most women that contract HIV, they get it from their partners. I just don't understand. But also, I kind of feel sorry for the concubine that ain't getting promoted.
I don't feel sorry for her.
I kind of feel sorry for her.
4 years, girl. 4 years.
But men. Only God knows what he's saying to her in person.
That is true.
It's like how men be like, yeah, man, I'm not messing with my baby mum no more. Now I'm going to leave her. The next thing, they have a second child with the baby mum. Do you know how many times that's happened?
But I feel sometimes, so that is true. And when people be like, oh, so-and-so thinks I'm in... Thinks. Why do they think
Why do they think so? Do they grab that from the cloud when you're here saying that I love you, you're the love of my life?
Grabbed it out of thin air.
You're here saying I love you, you're the love of my life, rendezvousing them.
But at the same time, accountability on us. Because we sometimes will... he said hello to me. He loves me.
Yeah, but then also, you say that, but if he's there lying to the girl saying, yeah, I'm treating my wife bad, like, we're not even sleeping together, I can only imagine how the conversation...
No, but remember what she said. Remember what she said. He's like, to the responses, the way he responded was, yeah, I treat her like you said I treat her.
Yeah.
That gives it a lack of vim, though,
there was a conversation behind that. What's he saying in person?
I hear it, but as women, sometimes we pick up on things, Obviously, we're big people. We're really big people. So, there's been plenty of situations where we would have felt something's a bit off here. Like, in person, and we've all, like, a lot of women have had that person that in real life it's banging, the connection's great. Yeah. The minute you leave, direct eye contact.
Also,
It's like you never exist. You
it's
don't
like,
exist.
It's literally, they don't even say, hey, did you get home? Okay. Until like the next week. Yo.
To the next man to see you.
It's
And
not coming back. What's back? Oh my God. Oh my God. And they'll come up like, oh, like, oh, you've been quiet. Like, bro, I left your house and you asked if I got home okay. It's been a whole week. And you've been online because I've seen you online.
Didn't check if I'm alive. I could have died.
I could have died.
Not
they'll
been.
gaslight you and say it's your fault.
God.
The phone works both ways. So shall I come and beg you to... the phone works both ways.
It works both ways.
Bro, are you courting me or not? Or should I court myself?
And do you know what's really interesting? It's like when in a previous life, when I've had said situation and I'm like, you ain't serious.
You're not serious.
Then they get in their feels hard.
All of a sudden.
Let it be a woman that says, this ain't for me.
That whole week, best behavior.
I just feel like you're not opening up.
Nah,
I just feel like don't waste my time. Hey.
Everything is your fault and they're on their best behavior.
100%.
Then when you finally be like, okay, maybe give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe he is interested. Gaslighted. All of a sudden they disappeared again. I saw a TikTok here where it was like, oh, the last couple of days before you ghost you will be the best like time of your life. Bro,
you will fall in love.
The behavior, the I love yous, the I want you to meet my family.
Forehead kisses.
The forehead kisses.
Just
Cuddles.
random thoughts. Just thinking about this.
Oh. All of a sudden, gone.
Silence.
Then they'll come back 6 months later and say, sorry, I was
going through a hard time.
Shut up, bruv. Am I your enemy? I was just going through things, man. Go through what?
So,
because the only thing you will go through was some puss.
So you went and married. You went and married.
You went and married.
You went and married.
Are you telling me you were going through things?
So you went and married. You went on your honeymoon. Don't
try it. Don't freaking try it. And now that the honeymoon's over, you've realised you're stuck with this woman for life. You're like, oh shit. Come back. I was just going through things, man. Like, you know how men get, like, no, it's hard for us, you know. The society expects us to be breadwinners, but when we're going through stuff like mental health stuff, like, no one wants to take it seriously. If I slap you, what?
And also, we do take men's mental health seriously.
We do. However, we just don't take the men that try and use it as an excuse to treat women badly. Seriously. Because just because you're going through something mentally doesn't give you the excuse to abuse the people around you, especially women who actually care about you. Learn how to communicate.
Learn how to communicate.
It'll probably solve half of your problem if you just learn how to communicate.
And also, it's all right to say, actually, hun, I'm just going through a hard time. Before the points.
Before.
Just say, I'm going through a hard time at the moment. I'm struggling with a certain few things. So I'm not going to be able to be as emotionally there as I would like to be. Dad, you can say that. You can say that. You can say that. No, you want to ghost. You want to ghost. And then when the woman, oh my God. When that's happened to me previously, and I've been like, when a person's come back round and been like, hey, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really interested.
Oh, they can say hey to you. They're blocked after the second week. What do you mean?
No, because but game is game. Do you get what I mean? Because especially when you're like not committed dating or getting to know somebody, like anything can happen. Do you get what I mean? We're not actually, anything can happen. So you can go back. You can go back to your baby mom. You can get back with your ex-girlfriend that you've been in love for 15 years. You could have met the love of your life. Anything can happen when you're just in the talking stages with people, right? So my thing is, I understand that. I understand that anything can happen.
Okay, so why are you back?
When they come back, that's why I'm looking at you like you're mad. Because, you know, I understand game too. Like, do you know, I understand game. So I said, cool, if that's your prerogative, so I'm going to go on my way. And then, Stephanie, the aggression. I just feel like you wait that time. Like you're not being open with me.
Paragraphs. You'll go from one sentence replies to now full on like split up paragraphs. And what that kills me is when they split the paragraphs. So it's like 3 paragraphs.
In one message. So you're not set good.
You're not set good.
You're not set good.
Last time someone did that to me and they came back, I was married. Sorry. By the time they came back, I was married. Sorry. The game's the game, right? All right then.
Okay.
All right then.
Okay. But they hate when women do it.
They hate. I'm not the woman that will sit around and wait for you. You know, you come back. I'm married. Sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry.
Off the market.
When did this happen? Oh, what's the timeline? Shut up, bruv. It's been 4 years. What did you think was gonna happen? I was gonna sit there and be like, let me just wait for him to come back and realize that I was the love of his life. Nah, brother. Game's the game, right? Right then. We can both play. What's up? But in all seriousness.
Oh yeah, dilemma.
Yeah, the dilemma. Sorry, woman. Fair enough, game, man. If he has time to cheat on you with 2 different women, get your check, sis. Get your bag. Get your bag. Make sure that you exit this situation in the most comfortable position possible because you deserve it. I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm like, can you steal the money quicker? So you don't have to wait until the last child is 18.
I don't know. Because like, it seems like you're setting yourself up for failure somewhere. Because she sounds like she loves him.
She loves him. That's why she's casting out that babe.
But that's crazy. You can't, because it's loving someone that much that you're willing to tolerate their cheating, because it's not like what she's dressed it up as like, oh, they're only doing this and oh, they're only doing that. But you actually love that you're like head over heels in love with this man.
But also, she has access to all the credit cards.
I hear it.
So I hear that still.
What's it worth, man? Nah, because your mental health is rattled. It's not worth that.
Yeah, but do you know what? I'm seeing it. I'm like tapping into my bad character side and trying to see it from her point of view. You want me to leave this big house and all this money and these credit cards and the comfortable life that my children are living. You want me to leave all of that, downgrade to a 1-bedroom apartment because that's all I can afford with the little savings I put to the side. So this woman can move in and enjoy everything.
I hear that.
All of a sudden, I'm a stranger in my own home.
I hear that.
Brother, we'll scrap.
But what is it worth? If, like, say the kids are like 5.
Yeah.
So you've got at least 7.
Oh no, I'll spiral.
Wait, not 7.
By the time,
by
the time that child meets 18, I would have run mad in the street.
But this is what I'm saying.
I would have been a bad woman. Like, no, legit, like, I wouldn't even make it to the 18. By the way, I'm not saying that I don't condone staying when people cheat, etc. Like, that's not what I'm encouraging here. But I'm trying to see it from her point of view. Because I'm like, okay, cool. If it really is about that, and from what she's mentioning, she's like, she's gonna have to downgrade to an apartment. She won't have as much money. The kids won't have the same quality of life, etc. I'm like, okay, I kind of see it from your position. If I was in her position, I know that I'll spiral, so I'll have to leave.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, so going back to what I was saying, like, you've got at least 13 years. Say the child's 5, yeah. You've got, I don't know why I've got 5 in my head, but cool. You've got at least 13 years of staying with a man that you are head over heels in love with, who right now, as your child is 5, has 2 women, right?
That you know of.
You
might have a third line like that other man.
So you've got another 13 years of him potentially collecting more women and getting rid of said women. So they're coming in like this, over a man that you love. It'd be different if she was like, I'm just here for the money, man. Like, I don't even like him like that. Nah, the way she's talking down she loves this man. 13 years, you'll run mad. This is the thing. This is my thing. What is it worth?
Actually spiral.
What?
I personally would spiral.
What?
Because
I'm in love with you.
Valentine's Day, I know that there's 3 bunches of flowers going out. I don't know who got the biggest one.
And at some point, you won't even bother to spend it with me because you might actually fall for somebody. I am on the ceiling hanging, like, I'm hanging upside down.
Not even
hanging
on the
out
ceiling.
like a bat.
On the roof barking. I'm on the roof barking. What do you mean?
And the fact that I've stayed for the sake of my children, stayed for my household, and now the love of my life has gone further than this petty and gone and fallen in love. And I have to sit here. No, it's not worth it.
But some women live like that, you know.
It's not worth
more common than we think. Some women actually live like that. They know their husbands have mistresses. Why can't I speak? So I can't speak with the retainer in. I can't speak with the retainer. Sorry, guys. They created new gaps in my teeth, but we'll talk about that later.
Start a business. I'd start a business.
No, Christiana, that's too much of a juvenile fault. Do you know how hard it is to make money from a business?
But rather that or run mad and lose, 13 more years of my life?
Just collect the money over 6 months. Find stuff, fake invoices, whatever. Pad up your cash so that you can go.
But that's not gonna maintain you for the 13 years that you could
Neither
have.
get a job. Listen,
But this is what I'm saying. That's why I said businesses.
some businesses don't even break even until the 5th year.
It's true.
She ain't got that kind of time. She ain't got that. You sound like one of them. Was it? What was that pyramid scheme that they used to ACN? Start a business.
No, but you know what?
Buy Ferrari tomorrow.
You know, my thing is, whenever I end up on the ceiling, I learn a new skill. You know that better than it. I will come back. I'll be like, Stephanie, I'm doing this. Or like, me and Steph will talk. And when we're on the ceiling and our messages are in flames, I'm like, go to the gym.
Yeah, she literally did that to me this week. And I actually went.
So go to the gym.
And I came out worse.
I said, push them weights. Go, distract yourself.
You see the way I was squatting? I said, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's my thing. Like, find a way. Find a way. But yeah, girl.
Yeah.
God. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know what to say to you. I think you should confront him, really. Because then if you confront him, you're divorcing on the grounds of cheating. And I'm going to assume you're in the US.
Oh yeah, payout, man.
If you're in the US, that's a nice little payout.
Yeah, man. You'd like... There's somebody for everybody. Do you get what I mean? There is somebody for everybody.
And your husband is clearly for everybody. So
you get it. So like, girl, find a man you love that's on your wavelength. I don't understand why we're doing mismatching. If you see people aren't on the same wavelength as you, it's okay. Like, you can love them, but you don't have to be with them. It's all right.
And I also find it quite predatory, the fact that he's like,
oh yeah,
with the girl with the job. I'm just like, it's giving Harvey Weinstein.
But you know what you mentioned? Oh, is that a cliche? And I think it is. Like where, oh, my sexy boss.
Yeah.
That's Veronica.
I'm like,
my
how?
sexy boss.
Yeah, I'm so... But the way
I'm
she
a
was
21-year-old
it,
intern.
Yeah, but I don't know how many interns actually look at their bosses and say, yeah, I'm going to fuck him and to get to the top.
That we come across.
Probably not in the UK because the top is probably 40k, babe. Like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, but there's bare like, and you know me, I love a piece of erotica. Bare stories about, I'm however age, I'm like 22 and my boss is like sexy 50 or something.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, it only works in erotica. It don't work in the UK because, like I said, that top position is like 40k.
You broke.
And selling out your puss for 40k.
Crazy.
Like the head of position is legit like 40k, 42 if you're lucky. If you have a lot of experience. It's just a bit meh.
Yeah, so it's got to be an America thing, innit?
Yeah, man.
Think the ability to make
more money. You have you have. There's more potential to make more money over in the US than there is here because we just don't have any money.
But that's crazy. As an intern to think, yeah, my boss that's on what, 100, 200k, he's going to leave his wife for me. But remember, I have, we've spoken about this. I have imposter syndrome in that sense because I feel like when dating, you've got to match up to your person, like money-wise. We've had conversations about this where I feel like in order to be on a level to be seen as a romantic partner, you have to be earning similar to or have a status. Stephanie tells me about this all the time because you don't agree.
I don't agree.
At all.
I don't agree. I think that's hard in this country, especially for a high earner. It's hard. It limits your pool.
But I just feel like people are going to disagree with this, but I feel like generally high-earning men go with high-earning women.
I think, okay, so this is where class comes into play.
Okay, yeah.
Because, yes, high-earning men who grew up upper class tend to go for upper class women.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a class thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about new money men who may have potentially grew up lower class, etc. I don't think they look at those things. I don't think they necessarily care how much their romantic partner is earning. I think it's more of a class thing. Because remember, even with wealth sometimes is not even enough to overcome classism. You still, there's still a limited level of access, even if you do have the money.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's when class comes into play. Now, as someone who grew up lower class and is a high earner, I don't necessarily look at like salary. One, because I've always...
Earned.
I'm concerned about my own money, not the
Yeah.
other person's money, and I know I can look after myself and my money. But also because I know that there's class there as well, and even if I am a high earner, the people in the upper class aren't looking at me. I come from a particular background. My parents come from a particular background. Do you get what I mean? Like it's just different. Maybe the highest I can move is like middle class in terms of like, okay, access to people. But upper class is a whole different ball game.
I'm wondering because I've never really thought about class in that way, dating wise. And it's generally because I don't think I don't look to date outside my class. Does that make sense?
Yeah, same. Like I don't actively
I just don't.
look.
I
like,
just don't see
I'm not
it.
like,
It's
oh,
not-
this guy's from this family. Like I don't know, bro.
And even when I see them, it just
We can't relate. We've got different experiences.
yeah,
we
and
grew up
like-
in Newham.
like it's not for me
Yeah.
just because of the culture. The culture
Yeah,
that comes with it is just not for me. So I think I was raised middle class. My parents were working class, but I was raised middle class. So I think I see that because it's what I relate to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So middle class and working class because I've seen that's what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah,
if that
same.
makes
Because
sense.
I moved from working class to middle class.
Yeah.
But because we moved to middle class quite later on in my life, I still see myself as working class. I say lower class, sorry. I meant working class. So for me, I don't really look like you. I don't look to date outside of my class intentionally.
Because
Because
I wouldn't know what to talk to you about. Like,
what am I talking to you about? I grew up in Newham.
Yeah.
I'm a Nigerian woman with very Nigerian parents.
But also, because I think if we had, because I'm thinking about it as we speak, I think if we had more interaction growing up with people who were like higher middle class and like wealthy, then I think we would know. So, and I mean socializing. So, you know how I feel that there's certain people that grew up in our area that would have had access to those people because of the things they would have done.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like hobbies and stuff like that. We just didn't. So that's why I feel
but also we didn't even know about half of the hobbies. There was a lot of opportunities that we actually didn't know about. Like I remember in school, I had to actively go to them like, this is opportunities open to us. I want to go. Can you guys pay? Yes, that's how I ended up in Oxford. That's how I ended up in Oxford. They didn't come and tell me. I said, hi, I've applied for this thing and I've gotten in.
Sick.
And I was like, you should tell other
people.
Didn't. I feel like they paid for it just so they could hush me up. So I wouldn't tell other people. But I was like, no, I'm entitled to this. And I remember it took 3 weeks to get that over the line. I was like, no, I'm entitled to it. I'm actually entitled. Like, how are we supposed to better ourselves if we don't even know about the opportunities that are out there to actually better us? Literally, in my free time, I would scroll through the internet to see
what's available.
Because that's like one thing about me. No. I must make it out of here. But it's a whole class thing. Whereas everyone else that was there were from really good schools. Private schools and stuff. So they were like, how the hell did you get here? I was like, oh, well, I found it on the internet. But you see how even just something like that could change your perspective. Change how you even like
interact with other people.
What you want to do with your life, etc. How, like, a pathway of how to get to a certain point. You see how something like that can literally be the difference between night and day.
That's a resources thing, though. 100%. That's a resources. Because and this is going to another conversation, but we'll do that another day. But I believe, had the schools had the resources, like people, to be able to accommodate and push that stuff, then they would. I think the people are too thinly spread, if that makes sense. So no one can be bothered. But a different conversation for a different day.
But yeah, that's the end of Reddit Realness for this week. If you don't know, this is our new minisode that drops every Monday, followed by our full episode on Thursday, which will also have a different Reddit Realness because I think there was some confusion on TikTok. So just to let you know, this is a separate Reddit Realness to the one that's featured in the weekly episode on Thursdays, which means double the tea, which is a good thing, right? But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We are so close to 300. I'm hoping we would have hit 300 by the time this comes out. But yeah, we are the real goal is 1,000. So please, 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 if you enjoyed this, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well so you know when we upload and when our videos are live. And if you're listening on Spotify, please, please, please leave a 5-star rating. Follow us on Spotify as well if you haven't already. And then on socials, you can find us on TikTok at We Just Got Here Podcast, Instagram at We Just Got Here Pod, and Twitter at WJGH Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.